Alright, a new update has just released in ERLC. Crywing posted this message like literally just now. Alright, so we're going to be checking all of these features one by one, starting with the new spring map. So if you guys look here in game, we have the beautiful spring map here in ERLC. Let me refresh so I can go in free cam. The snow has melted. Okay, so here's the spring map in ERLC. Nothing really different, guys. The only thing, of course, is there's no more snow and the trees are now green. So I'm guessing this is kind of what it's going to look like in summer. I believe it's actually almost the exact same thing as summer, except that there's a couple of bushes that are not fully green yet. Anyways, that's probably the least important feature. So here we go to the second one. There's a new PA system for LEO vehicles. So let's go and check that out on the police team. All right, I now have a police vehicle with a siren. You need a siren if you want this to work. I also did put my volume up. So yeah, there are of course 3 options now. Here before there was only RDR and ELS, but now there's also a mic option. So if you have VC voice chat in the game, you can press talk right here, and when you talk, it's gonna go through the speakers. If you don't have a voice chat like me, you can use all of these pre-recorded messages that they have. So let's try this one out here.
You are under arrest.
Pretty cool. There's around 10 options, I believe.
Disperse immediately. That's an order. Evacuate this area. This is the police.
Alright, we are now heading to the third new feature, which is that you can sell your vehicles at the car dealership for our little experiment. I'm going to be using this vehicle right here because it is the closest to $100,000. So it's going to be, you know, good to see how much money they're actually going to be able to give. Let's head into the dealership and see where we can sell our vehicles. So this is Annie right here. She is the car dealership dealer. Hello, Annie. How are you doing? Selling your car today. All right, here we go. So this is the car that I have. So she is telling me that I can sell this car to her. So yeah, this is the video. Sorry, not the video. This is the car I want to sell. I took a good look at your ride and this is what I can offer. Hope it's a deal you'll love. It's not a deal I love because she's only giving me 67% of the original price. So I'm still gonna do it here. So let's say it's a deal. There we go. And there we go. Car sold and we earned $67,000. So this is really cool. Of course, it's only around 67% of the original car's worth when it's at maximum HP. So of course, yeah, they're not giving you a whole lot of money for it, but I do have to say it is a very, very nice feature for those that play a lot on public servers, since it's really annoying when you always have to buy new cars and always waste all of your money and you always have to restart from zero to get even a better car. So it's nice that you can get a bit of your money back to buy, you know, a more and more expensive car as you go. I mean, honestly, I have no problem with this feature. I think it's absolutely amazing. But yeah, the ERLC developers will be making a bit less money with this feature since people will have more cash on their hands, so they won't be buying more of this stuff right here with their Robux. Anyways, we are on to the fourth new feature, which is new LEO weapons. We've got 2 new weapons on the sheriff and police department. So let's go back to the police department for a second time and see what we've got. So yeah, let's go to the gun section, which is right here. All right, so the two new weapons are for the commander and colonel. So I do not have any of those, unfortunately. All right, so here is the MP9. Not that different from the Glock. I mean, I'm probably going to get a lot of backlash for saying this, but I don't think it's very different from the Glock. I'm not a gun expert or anything, but I don't think this is something that's going to change the game necessarily. It's just a nice little addition to the list of guns that ERLC has. Here's the MP15. Once again, doesn't look too different from the M4A1, I think it's called. But I honestly, I don't, once again, I'm not a gun expert, but I do not see any major differences just by looking at it, but I'm sure there are just a couple of differences. Yeah, there's definitely a couple differences with, you know, the damage and the number of rounds and everything, but nothing that different. Now we're gonna go on to the 5th new feature, which is a Taser refresh. So let's see what that looks like. So here we go. We've got our Taser. All right, so we've got a wanted criminal here who is dressed as a police chief for some reason. But we're going to take our new refreshed Taser, as you can see. All right, so we're going to fire our Taser. And as you can see, it looks much more realistic than it did before. The movement of it looked much more realistic. And it also made a little bit of a flash, which looked pretty good. And now there's also the Taser reloading, which looks awesome as well. So, yeah, overall pretty cool. If you can get back up, Asian. And yeah, so the Taser acts more like a gun right now. If you see in the bottom right corner, there's the same thing as the guns have, that little box that tells you how much ammo there's left. And of course, in this case, there's infinite ammo. Let's do it one more time. There we go. All right, so we've got our wanted criminal again, and as you can see, this thing really handles itself as a gun. As I said before, you can shoot him like that. It's really nice and realistic, great for role plays. I absolutely love this. All right, we also have a refreshed flashlight, so we can check that out. We can check that out too at the same time. So if we could take our flashlight here on the LEO team, we can see we're actually holding our flashlight like the real police officers do, while holding the front of the flashlight. I believe that's to hit criminals in close quarters. I'm not quite sure, but it looks really cool in first person too. All right, moving on to the 6th feature, we have auto blinkers, sound effects, and improvements. So, all right, so to test the blinkers, we're gonna go into our civilian vehicle, and as you can see, if I press E here to turn right, I'm gonna turn right, and I'm gonna keep my hand off the E, and as you can see, the blinkers automatically stop when I complete my turn. So I'm gonna put my blinkers on once again here, and as you can see, when I complete my turn, the blinkers automatically turn off, so I don't need to touch anything. As you can see, I just keep going and it automatically turns off. And I don't know if you guys heard, but there is a little sound effect when the blinker turns off here. There we go. Okay, that's the little sound effect. I don't know if you guys heard it because the sound of the car overpowers it a lot, I think, but still pretty cool. Okay, I can just play it like this here. There we go. That's the sound effect of the blinker turning on and off, which is definitely new. And it's really cool how you can just, you know, have the automatic blinkers like that. Of course, it's not when you turn it goes on automatically. It's really you have to press it, and after it's going to turn off automatically. It won't turn on automatically. Alright, so those are the main things, but there are a couple of other things here on the dev forum. So we have new private server helpers. So you can now add helpers to your private server. Helpers will have access to free cam for your recording content. Helpers can be added via helper and can be viewed via... Okay, so basically there's a new permission, which is really cool. I feel like this is a bit underrated. So let me bring someone that is not a recording instructor here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do helper A. And there we go. So we successfully added Adam Koo as a helper. So now he can access free cam, but he does not have commands. All he can do is free cam. There we go. He can use free cam. So that's really cool for private servers that just want people to use free cam, not mod commands. That's really cool. And I'm probably going to give this to all my recording crew members because, you know, why not? So let me do helper all. And now everyone is a helper. So yeah, and if we do helpers like this, oh my gosh, helpers, we can view all the helpers. All right, now there's a lot of other changes that I don't think are that major. But updated rifle sounds have been refreshed and sound much better. So we can go and check that out very quickly if you guys want, but all the major things are done. There's just a couple of other things to check out. So if I take a rifle, take it right here, it's supposed to sound much better. You can already hear it in the background. But yeah, let me test out. Yeah, there we go. So the rifle does sound much better. I do have to say, yeah, it sounds much better, sounds much more realistic. All right, so we've got a lot of other improvements here. Looks like we have a lot of the DOT vehicles that have had improved braking. Actually, almost all these vehicles here have improved braking, which is awesome because if you guys don't remember, DOT vehicles before used to be horrible at braking. So it's nice that they're finally able to brake correctly. And also we also have some turning capability and some improved suspension here as well. So just a lot of little fixes related to, you know, the driving of the vehicles. Anyways, this was the very small update that we've had. This is our little spring update in ERLC. I want to be completely honest, I was expecting much more for this update. It's kind of disappointing, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I thought there was gonna be fire department stuff, SWAT stuff, but it looks like we just got some very, not boring, I really like the new taser and the new flashlight, but other than that, things aren't, there's not any major changes. I definitely think the thing at the dealership, the tasers and the flashlights are the three best things, and the only things that I think are really useful. If I had to add another thing to that list, it would probably be the PA system, but you know, honestly, I don't think I'm gonna use that very much. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and also subscribe, and make sure to join the Discord's linked in the description down below.